Hello friends, today I have my first paid gig to do the review of the Thera Lite Aura Chi Mood and Energy Enhancing Light with USB and wireless charging features and a built-in alarm clock. So companies have sent me products to review before, as you know, but this is the first time I've been paid to do a review, so I'm feeling blessed to be compensated for that work that I do because, it takes time and effort to make these videos, and it's nice to get some compensation. Now, by the way, I have a discount code for you if you watch all the way to the end, and links for you to purchase, discount codes, as well as the resources that are included in the show notes, because I've got lots of cool things that I'm going to be telling you about. So in this video, I'm going to go over some of the key features of the Aura Chi Mood and Energy Enhancing Light, as well as light therapy works, why it works for insomnia and depression. So this particular light has an adjustable light that comes from above, which is particularly important for its application. Number one, it makes it easy to use while you're sitting at your computer, working in the morning. You can just have it on while you're reading or while you're eating your breakfast. So that's really easy. Number two, it means that you can angle it so that it goes directly towards your eyes, which is the angle that you want for the maximum effectiveness. The Aura Chi Mood and Energy Enhancing Light is using UV-free LED technology, and this is important because UV light can cause skin and eye damage, so you do want it to be UV-free. A nice bonus is that it can double as a charging station for your cell phone, and it also has a USB charging outlet as well. Now, let's get to the science of light therapy, so why it works. Does light therapy work? This was my main question when they reached out to me. In a meta-analysis of 53 studies with 1,500 participants that looked at the effect of light therapy on circadian rhythm, insomnia, and sleep problems related to Alzheimer's disease and dementia, light therapy seems like a promising treatment for sleep problems. Light therapy was found effective for sleep problems in general, and particularly for circadian outcomes and insomnia symptoms. Your circadian rhythm is your biological clock that determines when you fall asleep and when you wake up, among other things that are really outside of the scope of this video. So there are many things that can disrupt your circadian rhythm, from a sleepless night, changes in your schedule, changed time zones, aging, alcohol, Alzheimer's disease, dementia, bipolar disorder, menopause, pregnancy, staying up all night, sleeping in, substance abuse, and screen time. In another article, Bright Light Therapy for Non-Seasonal Depression, a meta-analysis of clinical trials in the Journal of Affective Disorders, found that light therapy showed a significant reduction of depressive symptoms, especially when administered for 2 to 5 weeks and when reviewed as a standalone treatment. I found an article written by Philip Sloan, a medical doctor with a master's in public health, Mariana Figueroa, PhD, and Lauren Conan, MA, in the U.S. Library of Medicine, the National Institute of Health, titled Light Therapy for Sleep Disorders and Depression in Older Adults. This one was quite helpful, and I'll link to it in the show notes, and all the articles in the show notes so you can go back and look at them yourself. The medical and research experts in this article answer some key questions that you might have about light therapy. So, number one, why does light therapy work? This is a valid question. Why does light therapy work? So, this is what they say. The physiological foundation of light as therapy for sleep-wake cycles disturbance is based on the understanding that living organisms have adapted to the daily rotation of the earth by developing biological rhythms that repeat at approximately 24-hour intervals. That's your circadian rhythm. The most prominent physiological manifestations of these are the sleep-wake cycle and diurnal variations of melatonin, secretion of cortisol, and core body temperature. The regulation of melatonin and temperature is controlled by the SCN in the hypothalamus of the brain, which fluctuates cyclically but needs an external stimulus to maintain consistent 24-hour cycle. That key external stimulus is variation in light and darkness over the course of the day, and in particular, exposure to high light levels during the morning hours. These cyclical changes in light levels in turn synchronize the SCN to the 24-hour day, assuring that the timing of physiological rhythms so that we're asleep during the nighttime hours and awake during the daytime hours. So number 2, how much light is needed and for how long? So in general, the recommended minimum light therapy is 2500 lux of white broadband light for the cornea, a 2-hour exposure, or as much as 10,000 lux for a 30-minute exposure. That's the recommendations from that article. Now the Aura Chi light that I'm reviewing offers 10,000 lux intensity when it's at 12 inches or 30 centimeters from your eyes. So you only need 30 minutes of exposure. Number 3, when should you apply light therapy? So the Mayo Clinic recommends that people with SAD or seasonal affective disorder begin light therapy in the early fall when it becomes more cloudy outside and there's less natural light. And it's best to do your light therapy during the morning hours, first thing in the morning. So number 4, how can light therapy be the most effective? So here are some great tips from the Mayo Clinic again to increase the effectiveness of your light therapy. You don't need to do anything special when you sit in front of your lamp other than make sure that the light from the lamp enters your eyes indirectly. It won't work if you're just exposing your skin to the light. You don't want to look directly into the light as well. Other than that, it's really simple. Just set it up at your home or your office so that you can read, use your computer, watch TV, or eat while you're doing your light therapy. Now, light therapy combines 3 things. Number 1, light intensity, 10,000 lux box, about 16 to 24 inches from your face. Number 2, duration, daily sessions of 20 to 30 minutes, and timing, early in the morning after you wake up. So number 5, are there any contraindications to light therapy? In other words, who should avoid light therapy? Who should not do light therapy? So because of the theoretical risk of retinal damage, light therapy should be avoided by persons with significant retinal damage. So for example, macular degeneration, or people who have no lens in one or both eyes. Patients initiating light therapy should be cautioned that eye discomfort may result and instructed that if it's mild, they may continue treatment. But they should also be informed that in some patients, non-specific symptoms such as headaches, dizziness, and jitteriness are sometimes observed, but that these are usually mild and may be transient. The Mayo Clinic also warns that light therapy may cause headaches, nausea, irritability, agitation, or may trigger mania in some people with bipolar disorder. So, if you're interested in pursuing light therapy, I would recommend the Aura Chi. It will allow you to receive the therapeutic applications of light therapy easily and safely while you're doing things that you're already doing, like eating or working on your computer or reading, all these things that you already do in the morning in your home. So you can get an Aura Chi by clicking on the show notes below and getting them at carrickstick.com. And I also have a discount code for you to get 20% off with Melissa20 for any of their light therapy lamps. And there's also a direct link with the 20% off code in my show notes. Thanks so much for watching.